Hello everyone, my name is Layla and I will be guiding your practice today. So if you're not already, come to a comfortable seated position or laying down position, also known as corpse pose or shavasana. Just let your feet splay out wide, let your arms come to the sides, and gently close your eyes, taking a deep breath in through the nose, letting it fill your belly, fill your lungs, fill you from your toes all the way up to your head. Then on your exhale, letting yourself sink deeper into your form, into your body, into the mat beneath you. Starting to come to a new and fresh awareness. Letting go of the day, letting go of any thoughts or any distractions. Noting that this time is for you and for you alone. Starting to deepen and lengthen your inhales and exhales. Imagining your breath, your life force, the energy entering your body through your nostrils, into your lungs and your belly as white light. Imagine it filling your entire form from your head to your toe, cleansing any negative energy, any fear, and any doubt today. Now I'd like you to enter your heart space. You can gently place your hands there. I'd like you to enter it with all of your senses, ready to receive the intention of love. Not the love you so readily give to others, but the love that you have for yourself, self-compassion and loving kindness. Take a deep inhale and send this love to your heart center, noticing your heartbeat and how it stays alive for you, how it feeds your cells, your mind, and your body, sending it all of the loving compassion that you so readily give to others around you. Take one deep cleansing inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And on your exhale, letting go for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time, doing this on your own. Filling yourself with love. And let it fill you from ear to ear. Let it surround you. And now receive it and believe it. Let it come onto your mat and into every asana, every pose that we do today. Because you are indeed loved, no matter what the day has brought. Let that intention heal every cell in your body. Breathe it in and exhale. Send it out to the space around you. Let your body know I am loved today. Reaching your arms overhead if you're laying down. Pointing your toes, taking a full body stretch like you just woke up in the morning. And then rolling on to your right side, hugging your knees to your chest, giving yourself a big loving hug here, embracing your knees and your shins. Keeping your eyes gently closed, coming up to a seated position. Crossing the legs, coming to your sit bones, sitting up nice and tall, drawing the crown of the head up towards the sky. Placing one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take a deep breath in. Grounding and centering your body. And out. Reaching both arms overhead. Inhale. On your exhale, interlacing the fingers, bringing them behind the head, opening up the elbows, reaching the heart towards the sky, gazing up. Inhale. On your exhale, closing off the body, drawing the chin towards the chest, the elbows down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, close off the body. Letting yourself be expressive and creative. Maybe you bring one elbow and cross it over to the other side. Maybe you have an area of tension in your neck that you'd like to release. Maybe you hear a few pops, a few cracks. It's totally normal. Just embracing the uniqueness of your body in its form today. And placing your right hand down on your mat, lifting your left, inhale. On your exhale, reaching, opening up through the side body, maybe gazing up, making sure that your shoulders are in line with one another, opening through the chest and the rib cage. Then placing your left hand down, reaching your right arm up. Inhale, on your exhale, going deeper, bending into the elbow, opening up through the chest. Then doing this a few more times with your own breath. Inhale to open the body, exhale to close. Noticing where you need to soften, where you need to open in the body. One more time, we'll meet back at center. On your exhale. From here, placing your hands out in front of you, rolling over the shins, coming into a tabletop position. Onto all fours, placing your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees directly in line with the hips, engaging the core and slightly tucking the pelvis. Inhale, gaze up, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the heart. On your exhale, press the floor away, tuck the chin to the chest, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, gaze up, open up through the chest. On your exhale, press the floor away, noticing how this feels along the spine, into the shoulders. One more time, inhale and exhale. Now sitting the sit bones back onto the heels, coming into a comfortable kneeling position. If you have a cushion, you can place it underneath the sit bones if that's more comfortable for you today. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. On your exhale, cactus the arms. So bringing them out to a T-like position, making sure that your elbows are at 90 degrees and shining the chest forward, noticing how that feels on the shoulders, on the chest, spreading the fingertips nice and wide. You can gaze up. And then on your exhale, placing the hands down, coming into your cat spine, rounding through the spine. And then sitting back. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Cactusing the arms, opening through the chest. On your exhale, cat spine, placing the hands on the mat. pressing into the space between the shoulder blades. Doing this a few more times at your own pace with your breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Getting into the shoulders, into the back, into the spine. One more time. And we'll meet in our tabletop with a neutral spine. Walking your hands at one handprint in front of you, tucking the toes, hovering the knees, and then sending the hips up and back, but keep the knees bent. Coming onto the toes, pressing into the hands evenly, and spreading the shoulder blades away from each other and down the back. And then gently straighten through the legs, walking out your dog with gentle, loving kindness, knowing that if your hamstrings and your calves are tight, that it's okay. This is our first downward dog. Then bending through the knees deeply, sending the hips up and back, holding here. Inhale. On your exhale, hover the knees, coming into your tabletop. Inhale, hips up and back. Exhale, coming forward. You can start to round through the spine when you come forward. And then press back. So taking a few flows here, hovering the knees, and then sending the hips back. You can create a wave with the spine if that feels good. Just becoming expressive. And then we'll meet back in our stationary downward dog. Extend both legs. And then bring the feet and mat distance apart so we're in a nice wide-legged downward dog here. Open up through the inner thighs, through the hamstrings. Maybe shifting your weight to the right hip and then the left. Inhale, press into the space between the shoulder blades. Press into the mat with the hands. Then on your exhale, start to gently walk the hands back towards the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins. Exhale, forward folding. Bringing hands to opposite elbows, swaying from side to side. Inhale, halfway lift. Bringing the hands to the shins and then to the hips. Slowly, slowly roll all the way up. Stacking the spine. Letting the head come up last. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. On your exhale, cactus the arms. Twist over to the left. Open up the chest to the left side. Twisting from the abdomen here instead of the hips. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Maybe gazing behind you. Inhale back to center, reach the arms overhead. Interlace the fingers except for the index finger and the thumb. Gaze up, maybe taking a slight back bend. Coming back to center, engage the core slightly. On your exhale, lean over to the right. Inhale back to center, engage the core. Exhale, lean over to the left. Inhale back to center. On your exhale, release the hands down. Bring the hands to the hips. Slightly bend through the knees and forward fold very slowly. Then once you've come halfway, engage the core. Interlace the hands behind the back. If it's okay for the shoulders. On your exhale, forward folding, allowing the hands to come down, allowing gravity to pull them. The shoulders are going to open, just surrendering to your mat, to the pose. You can close the eyes, fully softening the entire body, finding flexibility and a total full body release here. And gently bringing the hands back to the tailbone, then to the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, then slowly roll all the way back up. Awesome job. Now bringing the toes to face the short edge of the mat, pivoting your right foot, and then keeping the blade edge of the left foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Bringing your hands out to a T position, inhale, gaze over the fingers. On your exhale, slowly shift the front fingertips forward and the hips back. On your exhale, you can bring your right hand to a block, or you can bring it to the shin, maybe to the mat, and then gaze up to the left hand. If you'd like to feel this more in the inner thigh, maybe you lengthen your stance. Open up through the chest, leading from the heart, shining the heart forward and up. Trying to stack the shoulders here. Find an opening through the low back and the inner thigh. If binding is part of your practice, you can go ahead and do so. You can also bring the top arm to the low back. Taking a deep breath in. On your exhale, maybe surrendering a bit more. Then place your right hand down to the mat, to the block. Lift the left. Inhale. On your exhale, bringing the left hand down to meet the right. And then shifting the hips forward. Coming into a half split here, a hamstring stretch. So if this is too intense, you can hop the back foot in a little bit. Inhale, gaze forward. On your exhale, allow the chest to come down. Allow the head to come down. Softening any areas where you're holding on to tension without judging yourself and being gentle in every moment. Deepening your breath whenever you feel tension. And then walking the hands over to the left side, coming back into your straddle position. So your hands are out in front of you. Your wrists are underneath the shoulders. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Bringing the hands to the hips. And then slowly rolling up, stacking the spine. And then bringing the left toes out. Making sure that the right blade edge of the foot is in line with the short edge of the mat. Bringing your hands to a T position. Inhale. Reaching forward as much as you can, sending the hips back. Good. On your exhale, release the left hand down to your block, to your shin, whatever's available for you. And then reaching your right arm overhead or to the low back. If binding is part of your practice, you can go ahead and do so. Or you can just work towards binding and opening up through the inner thigh and the chest. Inhale, on your exhale, going deeper, grounding through both feet, engaging the core slightly, finding your balance. Your balance between holding on and letting go, breath and movement. And then bringing the left hand to the mat if it isn't already. Then bringing your right hand to meet your left, shifting the hips over to the left foot. Pivoting off the back heel, coming into your half split. So if this is too intense, always hop the back foot in a little bit more. You can bring the hands to your blocks if you have them. Inhale, bring the chest forward, gaze slightly in front of you, tuck the abs slightly, navel to the spine. On your exhale, forward folding, releasing the head, knowing that the body is willing to release, is willing to become flexible and open any areas of tension. If you are willing to breathe through it and accept any sensations that you experience today. Noticing what your body is trying to tell you. Inhale, come up halfway. Then walk the hands out in front of you, coming into your straddle position once more. Our wide-legged folds. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to the hips. Then slowly stack the spine, head comes up last. Beautiful job. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. On your exhale, cactus the arms. And then dip your right elbow over to the right side, engage the core. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, dip over to the left, finding opening. And then pivoting your right toes to face the right side. And then stepping your back foot to meet the right, coming to either the top of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. On your exhale, taking our first forward fold, you can bend through the knees. And then place the hands on the shins, on the mat. Release the head. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, L shape with the body. Exhale, place the hands on the mat. Step the left foot back, then the right. Place the knees on the mat. And then from this position, extend your left leg out, left toes on the mat. Press the hands into the mat and press into that back heel, finding a calf stretch. Find length through the left leg, using your hands to create resistance. And then from here, if you're familiar with chaturanga, you can either do your full chaturanga or you can come into modified yogi push-up. So bending through the elbows, keeping that left leg extended, lower halfway, engage the arms. Inhale, coming to a modified cobra with that left leg still extended. And then on your exhale, press back into the heel, finding that calf stretch again. And then releasing the left knee down, extending through the right leg. First, finding that calf stretch. Maybe it reaches all the way to the hamstring. Slightly tucking the navel to the spine, pressing into the hands, working the shoulders. Inhale, on your exhale, shifting forward slightly, shoulders are over the wrists. Inhale, on your exhale, lower, halfway. Inhale, cobra, open through the chest. On your exhale, press into the back heel, finding your calf stretch. And then from here, bringing your weight into your left side, spinning the left shin out to the side, coming into a modified side plank. So placing your weight into your left hand, into your left knee. Inhale, reaching your right arm overhead. You can either stack the shoulders or you can reach even further with the right arm. If you're up for a challenge today, you'd like to challenge your body and your focus, maybe lifting your right leg. Holding here, engaging the core, opening up through the right side body, breathing, not forgetting to notice your breath. Then exhale, release the foot down if you had it extended. And then brush the right fingertips along the mat on your exhale. On your inhale, reaching up. So linking your breath to movement, creating circles, twisting from the spine. One more time. Exhale. Inhale, big expressive movement. Exhale, place the right hand down. Place the right knee down. Extend through the left leg. Then placing your weight into your right side body, your right hand. Inhale, reach the left arm overhead, gaze up to the thumb. If you'd like to challenge yourself, maybe you lift the left leg, engage the core, engage the side glutes. Maybe you reach the arm overhead, keeping energy in the fingertips, rolling the heart open. One more breath, and then releasing the foot down. Taking a nice cleansing inhale on your exhale, bring the fingertips to brush the mat. Inhale, reach overhead, creating some shoulder mobility, twisting from the spine. Exhale, release it down. One more time, inhale. Exhale, place the left hand down. Coming into your tabletop now. Awesome job. Inhale, gaze up. And then tuck the toes, hover the knees. On your exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, coming forward to either your modified plank, knees are on the mat, which is awesome, or you can come into your high plank if you want more of a challenge. On your exhale, slowly lower halfway with the elbows. Inhale, coming into your cobra. So extend through the arms, open through the chest, gaze up. On your exhale, sit the hips down and back onto the heels, bringing the big toes together, knees slightly apart. Inhale, gaze forward. On your exhale, allow the forehead to touch down to the mat. Gently closing the eyes. Totally surrendering and finding your breath. Taking this moment to ground and center yourself. Keeping the eyes closed and softening the muscles in the face. Just taking this moment to come back to your intention that you set at the beginning of practice. Inviting that energy to your entire body, your entire form today. And when you're ready, slowly coming back up to your tabletop. Bringing your knees in line with one another. Coming back into your downward dog. Inhale, pressing your weight into your right foot, lifting your left foot nice and high. You can bend through the left knee, stacking the hips on top of one another and flexing through the left foot. See if you can square off those shoulders. Good. On your exhale, bring the knee in towards the chest and then place it in between the hands. Dropping the right knee onto the mat, untucking the toes. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Now make sure that front knee is just over the ankle and it's not splaying in or out. Find that engagement in the core to stabilize you. And open up through the shoulder blades. Notice if they've creeped up or in. Just finding openness in the heart. Making sure that you have lots of energy flowing through your fingertips. And then cactusing the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Then if you notice that your weight is coming onto the front thigh, simply just lift and press into the front foot. Inhale. On your exhale, twisting over to the left through the rib cage. Finding your balance, finding your stability, grounding through both feet here. Inhale back to center. On your exhale, placing the left hand down, reaching the right arm overhead. Stacking the shoulders, finding openness. Pressing the knees slightly away with the tricep. Maybe gazing up. On your exhale, placing the right hand down, framing the foot with the hands, tucking the right toes, and then stepping the left foot back, downward dog. Exhale, let it all out. Inhale, reaching the right leg nice and high, bending through the knee, flexing through the foot, opening up through the hips. Finding that stretch through the hip flexor and slight engagement in the glutes. Stacking, or no, squaring off the shoulders here. And then bringing the knee into the chest, engage the core. And then placing the right foot down, placing the left knee down. Checking your alignment here. Inhale, reaching the arms overhead. Holding here, breathing, taking this moment to find your stability. Pressing into the front foot. On your exhale, cactus the arms. Open through the chest, maybe slight back bend. Inhale, reach the fingertips up to the sky, draw them up. Exhale, open through the chest, through the shoulders. One more time, inhale. Exhale, open through the chest, through the shoulders. Then twist over to the right, from the chest, from the rib cage. Keep the core engaged. Keep the elbows lifted. Inhale back to center. On your exhale, place your right hand down. Inhale, reach your left arm overhead. Find that openness in the hip flexor. And then on your exhale, frame the front foot. Step the right foot back. Coming into your downward dog. Inhale, gaze forward, jumping or stepping to the top of your mat. And then coming to a seated position. Awesome job. Now from here, bring both soles of the feet on the mat, bend through the right knee, flex through the left foot, bringing the left ankle over the right thigh. Bringing your hands behind you. Inhale, press the chest forward. Finding an openness, the glute, through the hip. Breathing deeply into any areas of tension. This can be a really intense pose. Our hips can also contain some negative energy or stress. So just taking this moment to release and fully relax. And from here, dipping the knees from one side to the other, finding your movement. Then placing the right knee down, the left sole of the foot on the mat, propping yourself up, coming into a twist here so you can adjust as needed. Inhale, reach the right arm overhead. On your exhale, twist. Maybe gazing behind you. And inhale, back to center. Place the right sole of the foot on the mat. Now we're going to switch the stretch, threading the needle on the other side. One side is always going to be tighter than the other. Make sure that your foot is actively flexed. Inhale. And exhale, maybe you gently close the eyes, feeling into the stretch, noticing the newfound openness and spaciousness in the other hip. Then dipping the knees from side to side, getting into different areas of the hip. Doing whatever feels good for you. Maybe you want to let out a sigh. And then placing the left sole of the foot on the mat, or the right sole of the foot on the mat. And inhale, reach the left arm nice and high. On your exhale, twisting. Maybe gazing over the right shoulder behind you. If binding is part of your practice and you did so on the other side, you can do it here as well. Deepening the posture. Just finding what feels good today. Then coming back to center. Bringing both soles of the feet on the mat. Inhale, reach the arms out in front of you. On your exhale, slowly roll down the spine. Then from here, bringing the hands to the thighs, gently pressing the thighs away, releasing the lower back. Taking a deep inhale and exhale. And then extending both legs, bringing them out to an L-shaped position, reaching the arms overhead. You can grab onto the shins, onto the thighs. Just draw the legs towards the torso on your exhale. Releasing the low back, the hamstrings and the calves. If you have a strap, you can wrap it around both feet, not on the arch of the foot. And then from here, bending through the knees, grabbing the outside edges of the feet, bringing the knees to either side of the rib cage, and then swaying from side to side. It's our happy baby pose. You can gently allow the corners of the mouth to lift. And then extend the right leg and slowly lower the left. You can hold onto the shin, onto the thigh. If you have a strap, it's a really great tool to use. Coming into a deep hamstring stretch. Inhale, on your exhale, draw the toes towards the forehead. Inhale, press away. On your exhale, draw the toes towards the forehead. Then release, extending the right leg, lifting the left overhead. Reaching for the thigh, for the shin, for the foot, your strap. Inhale, press the heel away, trying to square off the hips. On your exhale, draw the toes towards the forehead. Without judging, just totally accepting where your body is at today, knowing that it will release when it wants to release, and it will gain flexibility over time. Then bending through the left knee, holding on to the left outside edge of the foot, drawing the knee down, placing your right hand on your right thigh, coming into a half happy baby. Inhale on your exhale, maybe going deeper, allowing yourself to soften and surrender. Then bringing the right hand to the left knee, extending the left arm out to a T position. Inhale, on your exhale, twist. Gazing over to the left side. You'd like to deepen the stretch, bending through your right knee, bringing it over top of the left shin. Then extending through the right leg, hugging the left knee in towards the chest. Maybe giving yourself a big hug here, nose to knee. And then releasing. Hugging your right knee in towards your chest this time. Bringing the right sole of the foot to face the sky. Holding on to the right outside edge of the foot. Placing your left hand on your left thigh. Inhale. On your exhale, coming into a half happy baby on the other side. Fully releasing. Noticing how you've become more flexible and more open throughout your lower body and your upper body with this practice today. Noticing the strength and newfound openness. Inhale, on your exhale, just go a bit deeper, allowing your entire body to surrender. And hugging your right knee in towards the chest, giving yourself a lot of love here. Maybe hugging the nose to the knee, working the abs slightly, and then releasing the right sole of the foot down, bringing the left sole of the foot to the mat, pressing into the hands, and then gently lifting the hips up towards the sky. Bringing the feet together, the inside edges of the feet, and allowing the knees to slightly splay open. Still pressing the hips up towards the sky, pressing into the hands. On your exhale, lower the hips down, keeping the soles of the feet together, opening up the knees to the sides. Gently close the eyes. You can bring the hands to the thighs, to the belly. Maybe you have an area of tension on your body that you'd like to send some extra love today with your hands. Just placing your hands there gently and lovingly. Sending your breath to your entire body. Savoring this energy, this blissfulness that you've created here today. You can stay here or extend the legs, coming into your final Shavasana, rolling the shoulder blades down the back, allowing the fingertips to splay open. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Tapping into your heart space, knowing that it's always available and there for you to cultivate loving kindness from. Inviting more compassion into your heart. Thinking of the many things that you love, and out of those many things, how long would it take before you named yourself? Taking one more moment of surrender. Inhale, sending warm, compassionate energy to your entire body. And exhale, softness and kindness. You can stay here as long as you'd like. Or you can inhale, reaching your right arm overhead. Taking a deep breath. On your exhale, rolling onto your right side, hugging yourself one last hug. And then coming to the seated position. And placing your hands on your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste. Make sure that you check out my YouTube for more yoga videos like this at Layla the Yogi. And also make sure that you check out my Instagram for yoga, fitness, personal growth, and a little bit more about my yoga journey at Layla the Teen Yogi. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm super proud of you for completing this practice. Namaste.